Alright, yo, we back with another video. So today we're gonna be doing something a little bit different than what we're normally used to. So you're probably looking here and you're probably like, oh my god, not another tier list. This time it's gonna be a little bit different. This time this tier list is mainly going to be based off of the artwork as the guiding point on how we're rating and ranking the characters. Uh it isn't really one of, I don't want anybody to get confused, but this isn't really like a tier list of who's stronger or anything like that, or who's more usable or anything. This is literally just purely based off of their art and how I feel about it. So I just want to put that out there. So let's get right into it and, have some fun, right? Because obviously, it's kind of a dry period. We do have Todo who's going to be dropping on Global, but, not really much. And we're still kind of waiting for the Shibuya live stream that's going to be happening on, I believe, the 19th, right? So stay tuned for that because I will be streaming that. I believe it's going to be like 2 hours long, and we're probably going to wait there 2 hours just for like 20 seconds of information or whatever. Anyways, let's get back on track and actually start doing the tier list, right? So first up, we're gonna have Suguna. So we have Suguna here. We're gonna just go with I guess in order from all the characters that are literally right there on the bottom. So first up, we have Sukuna. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I really like this artwork. I mean, it's essentially iconic, right? He has the signs and everything for his domain. Like, I mean, you really can't complain about it. There's a lot of good shading quality in it. You can literally see the background. The background is insanity. Oh my god, I don't know, like the teeth and all of it, and then the shrine. Yeah, I mean, this is just really nice artwork, so I really can't complain about it. I definitely think it's one of the best artworks in the game, so I'm definitely going to give that one an S for sure, right? So that one is an S. On god, that is an S. There's no way anybody's fighting me about that. That artwork is literally clean with the shading and everything. I literally can't say anything else about it. All right, so next up we have domain expansion Gojo, right? So domain expansion Gojo, I mean, like, just look at this with the splash and everything. It's so vivid, so bright, so like different compared to a lot of the other artworks that are in the game. It pops out at you. I really like this artwork, and I'm not even talking about like the artwork from the skin either, because like the artwork from the skin, just obviously that's an instant S, right? Because it's like, damn, bro, he looking fine, bro. He's slick. He got like the suit on and everything. But just this one alone, like just with the splash and like I mentioned, with the vividness and how bright it is compared to a lot of the arts that we do get with other characters, and like obviously you already know it's like infinite and everything, and bro, it's like, nah, it's just iconic, bro. It's literally iconic. I'm trying to think of other things to talk about it, but like it's literally just appealing just looking at it because it's Gojo, bro. Like it's literally Gojo. Like, stop, bro. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Anyways, that's gonna be an S for sure, bro. On god, that's an S, bro. Like, for me, that artwork is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Next up, we have Yuji. So this is gonna be the Yuji that came on Anniversary. I don't. So the artwork itself isn't too bad. Like, let's just take a look at it. So the artwork itself isn't really too bad. I just really feel like a lot of Yujis use this pose way too often. I feel like they definitely can go a little bit different. Like, this is just like, it's Green Yuji is doing a very similar pose too, in just a different position. It's not really unique. I mean, the background is really nice because it's like from the chapter 14, I believe it was. So you have like all this nice background imaging, and then obviously you have the flowing from all the, of course, the force and the pressure. You see all the wind blowing for like his clothing and everything. So overall, it's still a pretty good artwork. I just don't find it, in my opinion, like one of the better artworks. That's just me. I don't know. It's just, I just feel like they could have done better. They could have did a little bit more to make him kind of pop out. It just feels very, I don't know. But now the more that I'm seeing it, and I just see like the little kind of black flash particle effects just like exploding around, I don't know. Maybe it is kind of fire. I'm like, nah. There's no way. I can't give this guy an A. It has to be an S, right? Like like the more you look at it, the more details you can actually see that are being put into it. Yeah, that's S, bro. That's S, on God. Next up, we have Yuta. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, they're gonna hate me for this, bro. I really think the Yuta artwork is so bland, bro. Like, it is. Like obviously you have this like zoomed out effect where you're trying to scope in, but I don't know. There's like not really much about it. This is just kind of like a standard Yuta thing to do, bro, and just have Rika behind him, and that's it. It's like he's just looking. There's literally nothing to it. It's just there's too much dust and fucking sand and whatever bullshit that I'm looking around here. That's all it is, bro. Like it's very basic. It's very basic to me. I don't really like it. I know other people will disagree, but I don't really like it. I think I'm going to give that one more so like a B. In my opinion, that's definitely a B. Next up, we have the Ghetto. Blue Ghetto, as much as I love Ghetto, bro, as much as I love Ghetto, this Ghetto artwork, I don't know. It's like, I mean, you have like all the lighting in the background, which makes it look very nice. It's like a different contrast compared to the other artworks that you would see in the game. And then you have like all these little small particles and everything everywhere, but I don't know. I feel like they could have done a little bit more. Just him standing like this just doesn't make it that appealing. It's mainly just the curses around him that kind of elevate it a bit. But other than that, it's like whatever, bro. Honestly, I find it kind of like very similar in terms of ranking as Yuta. So for me, I'm gonna put him in B as well. Next up we have Toji. So people are gonna hate me for this. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I think Toji's artwork is completely bland, plain, boring, everything. Like there's literally nothing going on in here, bro. It's just because it's Toji that people would obviously they'd be like, damn, it's Toji, bro. There's literally nothing going on in here. It's so bland. It's basic, bro. It's absolutely nothing going on here. It's literally just the character. That's it. The effects of literally just him like dashing real fast with it, of course the dust. That's it. The background is whatever. Nothing special. I'm gonna give this one a C, to be honest. Next up we have Teen Gojo. Teen Gojo it's actually pretty decent. If I had to say, I'd probably, because like you have all the glass and everything shattering around, but that's really all there is about it, right? It's just Gojo and nothing else. He's just pointing at you. He's literally just pointing at you, and he's just busting out a window. I mean, it has a nice little sparkles, obviously, from the glass and everything you can see in the background. Does give it a little bit nice contrast. It's definitely better than Yuta and Geto, I'll give you that much. So if I had to say for this character definitely would be A for me. Let's move on to the next character. The next character is going to be Yaga. I don't necessarily have Yaga, so I'm not going to really go too much into depth on his artwork, but his artwork is very plain. For me, he's definitely going to be a C. Definitely going to be a C. Next up, we have the Green Nobara. So we could take a look at Green Nobara here. I'm not going to lie to you. There's literally not much going on in this artwork. I mean, the only really good thing that I could even say about this entire art is literally just Nobara's hammer, where you can see the moonlight is kind of shining off of it. But I mean, other than that, it doesn't have anything whatsoever. It literally doesn't have anything. I don't see anything that's like, wow, this artwork is so fire, I need this character. It's just literally the most basic thing I ever seen. The arm length looks really weird on this just because of the angle. It's just, I don't know what they were thinking here. Yeah, I don't know. The more I keep looking at her hand, it's like the worse it gets for me. So I can't with this one. This one's definitely not for me. So this one, we're going to label this one as D. I'm not gonna hold you. This one is by far the worst for me. Literally, I cannot even preach for that thing. Literally. So next up we have is going to be Maki. I don't have Maki, so I'm not gonna really go into much depth, but for me, this artwork isn't anything crazy. I'd also put this kind of in C. It's definitely better than Nobara's, but it's just, that's it. So next up, we have Yuki. Obviously, Yuki dropped right before Anniversary. And I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Call me crazy, but I don't know. There's something about this artwork and the detailing and how his face looks, and it looks so bold and sturdy. Like, I just really loved this artwork. And It's like you can really see over here in the bottom right hand corner the red lighting. So it's like you know that this is obviously when chapter 14 happens, that he's heading towards the red light area, like because you know it's very illuminated, very red and bright in the actual chapter for like a lot of the stages. So this for me is just like there is a little bit of detail that goes into it that you don't really notice at first, where like this red lighting literally just it's literally that's just chapter 14 right there. And then you just have the blade like dead in your face too, and like it's just zoomed up on you. I don't know, for me, bro, like this one is definitely an S. I don't know what it is about it. I just look at it and I just really it's so appealing to me how it looks and how they demonstrate the character. And I mean, obviously the shoes can on the character look a little bit funky, but I mean, other than that, like everything about it just looks really nice and smooth. And for me, I felt like this was kind of like one of the first characters that they started like making the character like, I don't know what it is, but it's like their face. Their face looks a little bit more like the colors that they use. They looks more 3D-ish. I don't know how to put it into words. Like it's like Sukuna also kind of looks very similar to this with how they made the character's art. So I definitely like this one, so definitely gonna have this one in S for sure. Then we have Blue Nanami. Now Blue Nanami, he's an okay character and his art is just okay too. Like he's just not for me. He's just not my cup of tea. He's definitely going into C. Next up we have Saki Rindo. So Saki Rindo is of course one of the other original characters that came out in the game, right? Like they just made. The artwork is pretty nice. And then obviously you got a little bit of like, you know, shine and glare into the eye. It's not terrible. There's not really a lot of background. There's way too much you know, light, like of these blue effects. Like I get they use these very often, but it's just this one's definitely gonna be fucking B for me. It just is what it is. Next up we have Miwa. So Miwa came out a while back. I mean, the art, I mean, I don't really see too much flaws, but I mean, as this character stands, this character is like literally like one of the most like plain characters in like the entire series to me. So I mean, there's not much to kind of get out of this character in terms of like artwork. You know, like their main role here is just, you know, they use the sword very well. And yeah, like literally, like there's what else can you really do with the character, right? I mean, you can see this, the light from the slashes and everything, the lighting from illumination. You can see like this dust and the smoke on the bottom, so that way, you know, you can tell, okay, moving very rapidly, so that's why there's all that wind, you know, from all the pressure and everything just blowing all the dust that's probably under her. Then you obviously have like these backgrounds with the lights and everything. I mean, it ain't terrible. I'll tell you that much. It ain't terrible. It's pretty decent despite how plain it is. I definitely would give that one more so a B. Let's move on to Panda. So Panda, as you know, he's got buff and everything, and he's still pretty shit. The artwork though, the artwork is his only saving grace. This artwork is so like colorful, like with all the lights and everything from the streets, and then of course the billboards and the signs and all that, and then him just jumping over the railings, and it's just very colorful. Now the only thing I don't really like about the art itself is mainly his leg, bro. Just look at his leg. What the fuck is going on there, bro? What the fuck is going on there? I literally don't know what the hell is happening. Anyways, if I had to put this character on the tier list for his art, it definitely would be A. I don't think it's going to be S just because of his leg. His leg alone is actually pissing me off. But he's definitely A, high A, bro. Way higher than Gojo for sure, bro. His art looks really fire with everything and the lighting and all of it. It's just beautiful. Next up, we got Blue Yuji. Blue Yuji came out on Global not too long ago. I actually really hate this art. I hate it. To me, this art is like, bro, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck? That's it. It has nothing special. It has very, very slow movement, so you can't even really tell unless you're like literally staring at it for like some time. It's just, I would never put this as my lobby screen. It's just I don't know. They love to use the blue and black for like the curse so much for so many characters so often. It's just like it's so overly used. This one just looks really plain, very simple. It's just doesn't have anything going for it. He's in the sky, so there's not much extra background effects. This one's gonna have to be literally like maybe a C for me. I don't think it's honestly, it's probably D, bro. It's probably D. I hate this shit. I hate it so much. It's so bad. Next up, we have Miguel. I'm not gonna lie to you, Miguel, bro. Miguel art is fire, bro. Like, hate me if you want, bro. I don't care, bro. His artwork is fire, bro. Like it's like you look at the rope from the front, and then you see the rope from the back. Then you see the sunshine in the back. But overall, I think this is a beautiful artwork. I'm definitely gonna give this one a for sure. This one is going to A, probably right behind Panda. All right, let's start zooming through these, bro, because if not, bro, we're gonna take a long time. As usual, we always be taking a long ass time with everything. Next up, we're going to have Mai's artwork is not bad. I think they put some actual effort into it where, you know, you can kind of see the shots going off, and then of course you have like the speed effect from the actual bullet. I'm going to have to say that this one's definitely going to be maybe a B for me, but a high B. Very close into the A. Very close into the A. Next up, we're gonna have Megumi. Megumi is, I actually really love this artwork, bro. This artwork is just, it just literally screams Megumi. Like, you look at it and you're like, yeah, this is Megumi. On God, you have the two wolves and everything. One is kind of like howling, and the other one's kind of like growling. And then obviously you have like the background from the actual scene that this is from, which is, I believe this is when they kind of ran into the special grade curse spirit. And then, you know, it's just like, I don't know, bro. It's just like with all the detailing and how he stands, and then obviously all the black ink and everything from like when he summons his pets, or his Shikai, I believe they're called, or his Shinigami, excuse me. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, GG, bro. This artwork for me is definitely going to be an S. I don't know. To me, this shit is fire. I'd probably even put it above Yuji and Yuki. Next up, we're gonna have Inumaki. So I love the character, don't love the artwork. I think the artwork definitely could have used some work. It's just literally like the standard like thing that you see from any Inumaki. It's just him like, you know, whatever, telling him to stop or whatever. It's just like with the flash effect, like the wave effects. That's it. I really feel like they could have put in some more work into him. He's an amazing character. Just the artwork is just whatever, bro. I mean, I like looking at it like when you just only see the icon, but I don't like looking at it when I see the full art. The full art just doesn't look appealing to me. I'm probably gonna put this one maybe like at B, probably high B, because it's not terrible. There's definitely worse ones out there. Next up, we have Green Ghetto. I really don't like his artwork either. It looks very bland. Like, he's not doing anything. He's literally just putting his hands up. They just add some like obviously effects under him, and he just has the monster behind him. That's it. That's it. There's literally nothing appealing about it, nothing special about it. I don't know what it is. It's just very bland. I love Ghetto, but this is definitely not one of my favorite artworks. I'll tell you that much. It's definitely not one of my favorite artworks. This one is gonna go into C for me. Next up, we have Mahito. Mahito's an S. I don't care what anybody says, bro. If you do not have Mahito in S, bro, you are tweaking, bro. The Mahito art is fire. Absolutely giga chad. Like, nah, that shit is, look at this shit. Oh my God. Like, it just, you can kind of feel how sinister and dark it is in that area, right? And then only having the illumination from only the actual, like, I don't know what you could call that, but like the soul crystal or whatever the hell. People are probably gonna flame me for this. Like, bro, how the fuck you not know what that is? You know what I mean, bro? The fucking shit that he's holding, bro. That shit, like the lighting in there, and then obviously all the hands and everything. Nah, this shit is fucking S, bro. Fucking suck me. So next up we have is Maki. I'm sorry, Maki is D. Even in artwork, even in game, she's trash. She's D. Todo, the red Todo. I'm pretty sure you've seen his artwork many times. I'm going to give him a D as well. I don't think his is anything crazy. It's just a very Todo-like, but it's very simple. Hanami, we've seen Hanami's very often too. Hanami's I'm gonna put in C. We have Blue Gojo. Everybody's seen Blue Gojo. Blue Gojo, and believe it or not, I think is a B. I think this is like literally the most plain character art. It's just he's such an overused character because obviously we didn't have a good blue until Sukuna came, like for DPSs. So yeah, obviously there's like really not much to look at. He's a D for me though. I don't know. I feel like his artwork is just very simple, and I man, I don't know how to explain it. It's just for me, it's just not it. It's just not it. Next up, we have Blue Megumi. I actually really like Blue Megumi's artwork. It's just very unfortunate that this character itself is just not really that good, even despite them trying to buff this character up. He's still pretty terrible. Like I don't know what they're doing. So yeah, I'd like his. I'd probably put it like C. I think C is probably fun. High C. It's not like really a low C for me. It's kind of like a high C. I really like the you know, the Total Dog Divinity or whatever that's behind him. But that's it. That's literally all it is about the entire art. I just literally like the wolf that's on it. Next up we have Jogo. Holy Jogo, bro. Holy, yeah, that's an S, by the way. That is an S. Like this art, the artwork is clean. The more you look at it and all the lava and everything, it's clean. It's just, maybe it's just because it's a different like color scheme. Like it's very different, very orange compared to a lot of other characters. This one to me is just, it's just really good. I don't know what it is. It's just really good. I love it. Next up we have Green Nanami. I think Green Nanami's is very plain. He's just like Gojo to me. Whenever I see the Green Nanami, I like the pose, but I think it's very bland. Green Yuji, I actually like Green Yuji's. Do I like it more than Yellow Yuji? Nah, probably not. Probably not. I think B is fine for me. Again, I just don't really like that they constantly overuse the pose, so it's just very unfortunate. Panda's D for his artwork. I don't like his artwork. So is Inamaki's. His is also D. Nobara's is D as well. A lot of the standard characters, like the characters that came out in the beginning of the game, they have very plain artwork. Junpei, I like Junpei's artwork. I like it. I don't know. It's very like he looks very serious. And then the fucking jellyfish is just like all like goofy looking, like all happy and shit. Like I don't know, bro. It's just like, bro, it's just so goofy, bro. And nah, for me, he's just gonna be like he's gonna be like a high A for me, bro. I don't know. I'm like a big sucker for like very vivid and bright lighting. Next up, we have Domain Megumi. Domain Megumi, when he first came out, bro, everybody had him as everybody. I'm telling you, everybody had him as your lobby screen character, bro, because his artwork is fucking fire. You cannot tell me that this artwork is not cooking, bro. Like, look at the fucking frogs, bro. There's no way you're telling me this shit is not cooking. And then obviously his face, and then the background, it's so like sinister, this whole entire area. Like, they captured this moment extremely well. They did a good job at highlighting the key points of what made this moment so like crazy. I think that they did an amazing job with this artwork specifically. This one's definitely an S for me. I'd probably put it in like the same leagues as the other Megumi. Probably even higher, to be honest. I really like both of the Megumi artworks. They're like, for some reason, the Megumi artworks really appeal to me. Next up, we have Drip Yuji. I ain't gonna hold you. As much as I like Drip Yuji as a character, I don't really like his art. It's kind of like whatever you would kind of normally expect in like a city scenario. Like yeah, that's it. There's nothing else about it. He just has drip. The art is nothing special. I mean, I feel like they could have added a little bit more to it. For me, this is going to be like maybe a C. Next up is Hollow Purple Gojo. I mean, do I need to say any more, bro? This should say enough. Just look at it closely. Actually look at it. Like, don't just be like, yeah, this is Hollow Purple Gojo. Yeah, of course the artwork's good. No, actually look at it. Look at the particles, how they're flowing, how they're moving. Look deep into them. Look into the background. Look at everything that's all happening all around the Hollow Purple. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is fucking S, bro. There's literally no way around it. This shit is fucking S. On God, it's fucking S. Like... Gojo always got to be cooking with the fucking goddamn artwork. Next up we have is Momo. I hate Momo's artwork. Momo's D. I do not care what anybody says. That artwork is fucking horrendous. Could have been so good, and it's so shit. Kamo's gonna be C. His isn't like shit, but it's pretty shit. We have Red Nobara. Considering how, like, I don't know, I feel like, God, they must fucking hate Nobara, bro. Why the fuck is Nobara's artwork so, like, it's always the same shit? Like, it's nothing good. It's nothing good. Like, they could do better. It's always the same shit with the character. I mean, at least this one you can see Black Flash, but I'm not gonna give her, like, a high rating in artwork because she has fucking Black Flash particles floating. Like, that's nothing, bro. That shit is low C. Higher than combos, though. Next up we have is Mekamaru. Mekamaru has... I mean... his art's okay. It doesn't really have anything going on here. Literally pretty simple. The art isn't anything special. I mean, the character's cool, but the art itself is pretty basic. Give that one a D, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. That one is fucking trash, bruh. Next up we have is Todo. I'm sorry, bro. When Global drops this character, which is going to be very soon, this is going to be on my fucking... this is literally going to be on my lobby screen. I do not care, bro. I do not care. Fucking S, bro. Fucking S. Chef's kiss, bro. On fucking God. Next up we have is Yellow Anonymity. I don't like his artwork. I definitely think they could have did better. I'm going to give him, like... no, I feel like even a C is too high, bro. He's definitely D. I think his artwork, it definitely isn't like the worst, but it definitely isn't good either. He's on the street. He's just doing the swing. I mean, I'm not really like a big fan of like these street like pictures or like these artworks that are just like in the middle of nowhere and they're kind of doing black flashes. I don't know. They use these like the flashes, the black flashes and the cursed energy aura like way too often in a lot of artwork. But they always try to use it to elevate it to make it look more snappy. But if you were to kind of like, of course, like remove all these like extra effects, trust me, the artwork would look very bland and very plain, very boring. That's how you know it's not really good artwork. Like if you can look at a character and notice, okay, if you take off all these like cursed energy effects off of it, if the artwork still looks good, I think that it's still pretty good artwork, right? Like you kind of have to compare it to like other characters, you know, like characters that I was talking about earlier, like Junpei, for example. Like even if you took all the yellow lighting from Junpei, bro, it would still look very vivid because of this big blue ass jellyfish just literally sitting right next to him. They put so much detail into this character's artwork, but they didn't put enough detail into his fucking kit. But yeah, I mean, anyways, that's gonna be the tier list for all the character arts. We're only going to be rating, of course, the SSRs. I could do the SRs, but I don't want to take 34 more minutes just to do the artwork for the SRs as well. So this is kind of how I feel about all the artworks in the game currently as it stands. As you can see, there's some that definitely cooked, and then there's just some that just didn't really lift off. They definitely could put a lot more effort into their actual artwork to actually make it appealing for people to actually pull for them. I appreciate you guys for, you know, sticking around, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.